as promised, welcome again to the channel and to another Jeanneau walk around. We are in Jeanneau heaven here at La Rochelle because we have, purely by luck, because we were down here in our motorhome and about to meet up with family, purely by luck we've stumbled across a boat show. It's September the 20-odd, it's 23 degrees, it's absolutely beautiful here in Western France, and we are bringing you one or two of these beautiful Jeanneaus. But most importantly, do check out the channel and keep an eye on the channel. Subscribe to the channel because we have 2 or 3 films coming from here at this amazing boat show. Apart from, of course, the Jeanneaus, there's some fabulous side stands which we'll try and get you around as well in a separate film. But this film is all about this. This is the Camarat 12.5 WA, a boat which I haven't seen in the UK at all. Similarly, hadn't seen the 12.95 Fly in the UK, although I know that that Ollie at Morgan Marine, a shout out for you, has one of those 12.95s in the UK down on the south coast there. Down on the east coast, I should say, Ollie. Sorry for that, at Essex. At Morgan Marine, if you fancied a closer look at the 12.95 Fly. But suffice to say, this is about the 12.5 WA Cap Camarat. Again, you'll see along the back here those triple 300 V6 4.2 Yamaha engines. Absolutely beautiful things, enormous engines. Wide open throttle up around the 40 knot mark. Not the cheapest of fuel to run through, of course. If you're wide open on this beautiful 12.5, then you'll be doing probably 300 litres an hour in fuel. Each one of them does about 100 litres an hour, wide open throttle. And there, of course, as with our film of the 12.95 Fly, there's a quick look at what you might have to part with to get your hands on this fabulous WA. Beautiful. You can see that each side of those big 300 yams as well, some lovely generous bathing platforms there, big sturdy cleats there. You've got starboard and port fuel tanks, and there's some data up on the screen there that's giving you an idea of the size of the both the fuel tanks, the freshwater, blackwater, and the volumes and size of this craft. You can see as well that our very typical Jeanneau ladder there, bathing ladder, which just pulls out of the back, and a nice guide rail there as you're coming in from your water of choice. Here, of course, it would be the Bay of Biscay, but the Med, the UK, wherever that may be, as you come in from the sea onto this fabulous WA. So let's get you in here. Just pause here so you can have a look at this lovely spacious area that the WA provides. This one has obviously already been fitted with the sunshade at the back, which is of course an option that you could talk to your dealer about. It's also, as you can see, got zips around the side as well, because it does enable you to have sides on this as well. And you can see that there is absolutely ample space here for those big 300s to lift up completely clear of the water, so that if you're, as we were with our 8.9 and 7.95s in seawater, you can keep those fabulous Yamaha props out of the barnacles and the detritus that builds up if you are permanently in seawater. So we'll just step down into that well there, and you can see that you've got your shore power inlets there. You've even got an aircon inlet there. You've got your deck shower there, which we're well used to from our Jeanneaus, together with your deck wash connections. Just pop those open. You see, there's your, and of course you get the option of warm water shower when you've come in from the sea. There's your connection for your standard sort of hose style connection for your deck wash, and these obviously are more of those standard vents that we see on all of our Jeanneaus, which provide venting to the space below where the fuel and fuel tanks are. Nicely chromed entrance gate there, again a standard feature on the Jeanneaus. But of course, what isn't a standard feature, as you can see straight away, is that lovely terrace, controlled electronically. by those massive gas struts there, and also on the terrace, apart from having the little guardrail around it, you've also got that lovely drop-down chrome bathing ladder. Absolutely beautiful. So that, if you've seen the 12.95 film on the channel, you'll see that the terrace that the 12 had as well was also a lovely space. Obviously this isn't fixed, these posts aren't fixed, so if you wanted to use it as a diving platform or similar, then these don't necessarily have to be fitted and can be removed really quickly and just unclipped. But they've also got this, it's a sort of new flooring surface that I've seen on one or two of the Jeanneaus. It's like a sort of really hard wearing sort of matting. It's got, it's cushioned underneath, but obviously instead of having the full carpeting that you might have on the interior, you've now got this option to have this nice contemporary grey coloured matting fitted throughout your deck space if you wanted that. And it just softens the blow on the feet as you're walking around, and is a really nice, sort of brings that really nice contemporary finish to the floor space. Again, the table at the back here, you'll see that it just opens out again, and that's a lovely bit of teak there. When it's in its fully open position, that would seat probably 6-8 people very, very easily, and is a really lovely space. And of course this WA is very much, you know, about outdoor space. You might, the weather in the UK might not allow too much of it in its glory of its WA, of its walk around mode, because this is about really outdoor living, as can of course be seen by, not least by these massive speakers here, which certainly allow you to enjoy the music of your choice all round the boat here. The speakers are fitted, they go all the way up the front there. So this is all about outdoor fun, and may well be about some slightly better weather than the UK can offer. LED lighting, of course, as you'd expect, blue LED lighting all the way around the sides there. You can see it going up the port side there, those little tiny blue LEDs, and there was that there's that electronic control switch that lifts up the terrace space here. Isn't that lovely? Underneath, we've got a huge space underneath there for storage. Okay, so there we go, that's with the table just lifted up. Just let it go up gently, don't need to do anything more with the table. And then look at the size of that space. Absolutely enormous space in there. There we go, it's that big. Well, I've climbed down inside just to show you some of this enormous space that you've got here. Obviously, yes, routing for cables and the like, and your fuel tanks are down here, and one or two of the cushions there stowed out the way. But a really spacious area for storing just about anything and everything you want, from water toys to sups to you name it. You could fit it down here. It's huge space. And if that wasn't enough, under there, under these floor as well, even more space under there, so you are never going to be short of storage space in this 12.5 WA. What you'll have also noticed as well, I've obviously lifted up the first part, but this also has a second opening part. So with the catches here, down at deck level here, if we go underneath, you'll see what I mean. There's the massive gas strut that lifts that section, and here of course is your ladder. So with both this side up and this side up, you can see you've got absolutely cavernous space. You've got more space under there with those little cupboarding that lifts up there. Again, those clips, let's pop that one back down. More space under here as well, and you really couldn't want for more storage areas at the back here as the owner of a 12.5 WA. Down here you'll see we've got our categorisation of the Cap Camarat 12.5 WA. You can see that it's a category B11, C12 or D14. Lovely upholstery here, like this contemporary colouring, stitching all nicely done, and that lovely red beading along there. which just sets that light coloured upholstery off really nicely. So here, of course, we've got your outdoor galley area. All of these drop down on gas struts. That's the space for your burner there, for your sink, and then underneath, as you'd expect, we've got our isotherm fridge, little ice maker there. We've got some more cupboarding there, keep all your barbecue bits and bobs. And again there, another really good sized cupboarding spaces there. Let's drop those down. You can see as well, there's one of your walkways on the starboard side of the boat, which the WA walk around defines. You can see as well that it's slightly offset in that you get a little bit of a larger walkway there, which of course has that matting type carpet style that we mentioned, as opposed to this side, which is just that little bit narrower. But of course, having seen the size of the beamer and the length and size of this boat on the screen already, you'll realise that you're not going to be short of space up here, that's for sure. As we work our way forward as well, here you've got your bilge connection there, more speakers here, you've got your starboard access door as well. If you're moored on your pontoon at the side here, then that's a really nice way to get in and out of the boat. And then as we come up past these beautifully chromed pillars for their roof section, you can see that it's got more built-in speakers. You've got more. Let's just try and drop this down. There we go. Okay, so while we're over this side, before we go to the helm station, which Nikki's already feeling part of, enjoying that, are you?
It's a very nice, comfortable position,
isn't
and
it? Just
the views are just incredible. You feel quite high up. You've got an excellent view of the front from here. Yeah, I love the all that stainless steel sort of tubing as well. They've made it very on trend, haven't they? All that lovely chrome steel that holds up this lovely cockpit area, beautifully done. There's some of those side panels as well that I mentioned with the zips that are all built in to some of the sun canopies here. But let's just have a push up the front here. You've got your fresh and black water inlets and outlets there. And look at this though. I mean, that is just, having been on probably all of the WAs up to this size, and the first time that I've been on the 12.5, it's just you can say nothing else but wow moments when you get on this again flagship of the WA line. Absolute wow moments. Look at that area at the front here. Pop in and out table there, but look how many people you can very comfortably sit around here. These fabulous sun lounger style sun pads. Absolutely gorgeous. Right at the front there, you've got access to your locker there with your Lumar locker and your space for your remote control. Again, look at the size of that. Absolutely enormous locker space, fenders, ropes, you name it, you could fit it in there. It's lovely chromed cleats again, as we come to expect, but this again, this sort of stanchion railing is really firm. It's obviously right up above my waist height here, and I'm at 5'11", so you know, really good and safe, secure space at the front here. Built-in speakers there, love that. And I've got to just sit down on one of these with my very smart overshoes on, because you wouldn't want to come in here in shoes, would you? It's just beautiful. Look at that. Everybody enjoying the boat show here in La Rochelle. What an absolutely lovely space. Yeah, right. Doze off there. Better get on with it. Otherwise you'll be wondering what lies beneath us. There's obviously under this cushions as well, you've got access down into the space below. And if we work our way around the table there, you can just see that that's that slightly narrower walkway going down the starboard side of the boat.
but look at the profile as well. From back here, absolutely lovely profile this boat has. I stand right up towards the bow, front of the bow, up by the anchor locker. Look at that lovely view back down this beautiful 12.5 WA. A stunning bow section. No other word for it. Right, let's show you a bit of that helm station that we mentioned. So, back down the steps there, and yet more drinks holders, but look at these lovely seats as well. So you've got that really contemporary colouring, but then you've got that grey piping there, but then in the central one again, echoing some of the seats at the back there, you've got that lovely red piping down the middle of the seats there. What we've come to expect from all of our Jeanneaus, which is these bolster seats, which give you the ability to sit, or obviously to stand and or lean. And then up onto this lovely helm station as well. Two big 12-inch MFDs there. Got all the information that you want, be it radar, be it charting, be it engine management with your Yamaha onboard systems, your autopilot controls there, all of the sorts of things, with a choice of what you display on those two lovely big flat screen 12-inch MFDs. Sleep and bow thrusters again, which you'll have seen on one or two of our other films. Fully adjustable wheel here. Got some of your engine functionality here for those fabulous 3 yams on the back. Start stop. You've got your functionality for your zip weights there. Again, if you haven't seen the zip weights in action, do check out the channel. We've got a couple of films of our 895 with the zip weights in use, and some tests we did as to whether they sort of helped, or what the difference was between them and the Lenco's sort of more manual trim tabs that we had on our 795. So if you're interested in that, do check those films out. That's slightly upgraded fascias for all the switches here, a bit like we saw in the 12.95 Fly. Of course, if you haven't seen the 12.95 Fly film, do hop into the channel and look for that one. But all the things you'd expect, your bilges, your anchor, your lighting, windscreen wipers, internal lighting, you name it, it's up here. That, as I mentioned, was your some of your autopilot settings there, but then here as well you've also got your ability to single lever control by pressing the button there. Popping that one forward gives you control on a single lever of all 3 of those lovely yams. And finally, of course, the pièce de résistance, I would say, as we're in France, is the joystick control, rotational, forward and back, to starboard and port, and to all stops in between, as it were. It's got fantastic functionality. This I love this feature, the stay point feature, which is GPS linked. It allows you, for example, when you're coming in to moor your boat after a day out on the water, you can be 2 or 3 meters from your chosen mooring spot, pontoon or tie up, and you can just hit that. It will keep the boat exactly at that position, so even with wind and tide, it will keep your boat in that position a couple of metres away from your mooring while you prep your lines, your fenders and the like, so that you're all ready, and then release your stay point and just very gently manoeuvre the boat in, and sideways, backwards. It's absolutely phenomenal the way that this interacts with those 3 huge Yamahas at the back there. Superb boat control, and thoroughly recommended if you've got wherewithal to have this as an add-on feature. Some little bits of storage here in these cubbies here, some more drinks holders, some vents for some of the heating system, but a really nice helm station space for 3 of you across here, and underneath those big seats there you can see that's access in to the rear of some of that cupboarding space, and or some of the electronics and other bits and bobs. That is can be a gas locker for your hob on the back here for your gas burner, and then obviously 2 sliding portions to the left of the helm station, which is your door, which you can secure the lower part of the 12.5. So let's go and have a look and see what they've offered us in this fantastic 12. 12.5 WA. Wow. Let's just have a sit back on the step there that we've come in on, and look at that space. Now obviously they've got the covers on here. I can't pop those covers off today, but you'll have to take my word for it that as with many of those Jeanneaus we've seen, it's got those lovely long windows on both sides, which we could probably look at when we're on the outside. But look at the extra space there. I mean, when you think of some of those other WAs we've had on the channel there, beautiful boats they are, but it's just all these extra little bits of space which provide and which add that real level of luxury to what is an absolutely stunning boat. Up to my left here there is obviously some of your Fusion radio system, the RA770 this one is, so very well equipped, and would have to be with all those speakers all around the outside of the deck. All of your battery cut-offs and isolators. Some of your air conditioning system controls were up there as well, and then just below it you've got a little bit of cupboard space there. Could perhaps be your a space as well for a microwave, I suspect, as it's got venting each side, so that might be a space for that. And then at lower level we've got here your second fridge, Dometic fridge. That's a little bit bigger than the one out on deck there. Ice maker there built in, and then over this side you've got your bin storage, a bit more cupboard storage there. Again, these lovely Corian work surfaces, stainless steel sink there with your mixer tap, little bits of storage at the back here, sockets there which can be wired of course to your UK plug or American plug of choice. And there's your second double burner, gas burner. Just to above those we've got some more sort of aircraft locker style spaces. For a bit more storage, you've got storage up on the top here, along there, and also some of that lovely recessed LED lighting, which we've known well from many of those Jeanneaus that we've featured on the channel. To the right of that you've got, of course, bottle store. Has to be done, doesn't it? Because if you had bought one of these you would definitely want to celebrate. A little bit of a recess space there for storage, perhaps for glasses and the like. And then down here we've got a space for cutlery. And yeah, you've guessed it, more bottles, glasses, you name it. Look at that, even cater for square bottles. Not that you'd ever have anything alcoholic that was in a square bottle in here, would you? Or you may do. Absolutely lovely. Again, the cushioning in here, really plush the way they've filled it, and of course these central pieces here, I'll just mind that tea set on there, you can see that these pieces of wood in the centre here lift out. So this obviously is forming a berth, but you can take these two sections out and it then becomes a really lovely seating area. For a lot of people. I mean, you get probably 10-12 people down here. You can see there that we've also got that telescopic sort of gas assist lift, which then allows this whole section here to lift up, and it becomes your central table for dining if the weather has gone a little bit inclement outside. But judging where you might have this boat, I expect it never rains, does it? A little bit of restricted headroom there. That's obviously because of that table that was right up at the bow section of the boat, and or more especially I should say the footwell. Under those sun pad cushions you can see, if you lifted the central one up you can have some more light in here, and obviously, as I say, there's plenty more light behind those curtains there with those extra long windows. You've got those lovely little bit of hanging space there. These are lovely leathered handles again. That's another step up, even from the 10.95 that we've got on the channel. That's another step up with finish, something which both Nikki and I have said we've noticed the real step up in styling. This is quite clever as well. This is obviously just a tiny little door which hides away your privacy curtain if you're going to use this area as a berth. at night. Absolutely stacks the room. I mean, it's an amazing sized double, probably king size bed in terms of the width and the length. Absolutely huge space. Yet more speakers from that. But look how they finished this as well. This again I've not seen on other Jeanneaus. We've done all of the Jeanneaus on the channel from the sort of sixes upwards through to the 10s. But again, this 12 is bringing new levels of refinement to its finishes. Really sort of a fabric finish there, but then secured by this sort of chromed detailing around there. Just a really nice touch for a wall panel, that. Very nice indeed. Just to the right of that panel, we've got the heads itself. This is obviously just the day head and the single head system, unlike the 12.5 that we've done recently on the channel, where we had two separate bathrooms. This has got a single bathroom, but nonetheless a really nicely equipped one. This magnetic door just closing. That obviously lifts up out of the way to allow you to use the loop, which of course has got the controls there for its electronic flush, freshwater flush, hanging space there, two hanging rails, some nice LED lighting in here, that lovely Corian surface again here and in the shower, which again is a full, if we just step into the shower here, yeah, so I'm just about up level with the top with that fitting there, so I'm 5'11", and there's still probably 6-7 inches above my head, so you know, a really good space for a full-size shower. Really nice mix of tap settings as well there. Bench there if you wanted to sit as well while showering. That's heading up into the back of some of the Helm station area there, and some of the electronics that sport all that amazing gadgetry. Little sort of bifold style door there, which allow you to fully enclose the shower area. And some of your indicators there for your flush toilet and for your black water levels. Some covering here. There we go. A little bit of storage in your chromed toilet roll holder there. Really nice. Now Nikki has of course found the second cabin. What's it like down here?
Wow.
Isn't it lovely?
I'm just testing the bed just to see how comfortable it was.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a nice space.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice space. I like it.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very generous sized double bed.
It is. In fact, it's a triple, isn't it? You've
Yeah.
got, wow, I didn't realise we had a triple space, yeah. So we've got a really good sized double there. In fact, Nikki's 5'7", 5'8", so you can see there's plenty of leg room still down the bottom for, so probably easily a 6 foot plus size. But lots of storage at the back there. Pop open a couple of those cupboards for me, just see what they're, see what's,
sure. See what's underneath.
There we
all
go.
your electronics,
Yeah,
fuse
electronics,
boxes.
fuse boxes, control systems for the boat, tucked away. In and amongst, of course, some really nice storage for your bits and pieces. Again, that
Yeah, you've got
again
plenty of
that
space here, and you've got these cubby holes. That's all I can say.
yeah. So also some really nice. So if I just pop these switches, you can see that. There we go. Look at that, lovely sort of recessed lighting. You've got reading lights popped up there, reading lights there. Really nice space, and as I say, behind the curtain obviously a lovely natural light coming from that window there. So over this side, as Nikki's just exploring, you've got a little mantelpiece type vanity set up here.
I quite like that.
Very nicely done. In this little space here, you've got some hanging storage, so it's your mini wardrobe if you like. That's some more control systems for the boat just here, as you can see in there. Some of the heating ducts and the electrics and the water pipe work in there, hidden away. This lovely mirror going all the way across the back there, which gives that real feeling of space down here. Some more aircon settings there for the onboard air conditioning, because obviously if you're down here in France or in the Med, you might well need it. More natural light behind the curtain there, together with opening vents here. Makes this actually a really fantastic space. I really like this. Little little side tabley bit there, next to your single berth here. That has been done really well. And the difference, you know, when we did, you remember on the channel we had the 10.5 WA. If you compare the two, you can see, you know, the way they've utilised all that extra width in the beam, the length of the boat, and as always, you know, have been very clever about the way they've used that extra space. And the steps that lead up and out, you've got a little hatch there which allows you access to some of your water and heating and water pipe systems. See there, one of the fluid tanks there, and then you've got a second liftable step up there, again with access to some of the functionality of the boat. So, and on the steps here as well, look at that detail again, lovely sort of stitched in leather going around that chromed hand support as you're walking in and out of the boat there, really nicely done there. Well, that was the 12.5 WA, first time I've seen one of those, certainly haven't seen one in the UK, and isn't it fab?
Oh gosh, it's amazing. I mean, the fun you could have on this boat is extraordinary.
It's just, as you see, you know, with that amazing outdoor deck space, it's so built for probably sunnier climes than Tenby in West Wales, where we're based.
Yes, although you do have the indoor bit. I mean, you know, if you were brave enough to have it in UK waters.
Yes, yeah, very much set up though for the lovely warmer climes that we're in at the moment here at La Rochelle, or of course further south in the Med. I very much hope you've enjoyed the film of that 12.5 Cap Camarat WA. Check out the channel because there are more films either coming or already on the channel from here at La Rochelle at this Grand Pavois boat show, which has been a really good find for us and some lovely opportunities to see the boats. Thank you, of course, for watching, for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed already, it's free. And we'll see you again on the next film.
See you soon,
guys. Take care. Bye now.